Hello, my dear students. I hope you are in good health and doing your studies very well. Myself, Jatin Sharma from Sri Guru Krupa Vidya Sankul, and I welcome you all in this platform where we regularly upload videos for the students to help in their studies. In this particular class, we are going to study a very important topic of English grammar, and that is question tag. Dear students, this class is going to be very beneficial for the students of class 10th and 12th board students. In this particular class, we will see various rules of question tag, exceptions, and lot more practice set question by the end of this video. So get your pen paper ready and let's set go. Now let's first understand, dear students, what is the meaning of question tag and why do we study question tag. So question tag is a short question. क्वेश्चन टैग एक शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन होता है एट द एंड ऑफ अ स्टेटमेंट और जिसका यूज स्टेटमेंट के एंड में किया जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ही इज कमिंग टू द पार्टी, इजंट ही. In this statement, he is coming to the party is a statement, and if you see at the end of this statement, we have used a short question. This short question, dear students, is nothing but question tag. If you see the another example, she has a car, doesn't see. In this example, the first part, she has a car, is a statement, and at the end of this statement, we have used a short question. This short question is nothing but question tag. Now the question comes, when we use question tag, so we have to use question tag to receive confirmation or approval from the listener. Whenever the speaker wants confirmation or approval from the listener, at that particular time we use question tag. For example, she is coming to the party, isn't he? She is coming to the party, isn't he? In this example, the question last we have used isn't he. He is coming to the party. वो पार्टी में आ रहा है ना. Isn't he means this. She has a car. उसके पास एक कार है. Doesn't she? नहीं है. So I think it is clear to you that we use question tag for the confirmation or approval. Now in the examination, you will get question like this. She is writing a letter in bracket add question tag. To answer this question, you have to write the entire statement as it is, and in place of full stop, we have to use comma. I think it is clear to you. In place of full stop, we have to use comma. The part before comma is called statement and the part after comma is called tag. I think it is very much clear to you until now. Now let's move further. Now let's look at the various rules of the question tag. So our first rule of question tag says the helping verb of statement will become helping verb of tag. Rule number 2 says if our statement is affirmative, then our tag will be negative, and if statement is negative, then our tag will be affirmative. Dear students, don't worry if you are not getting this concept right now. When we will solve the examples, it will be very much clear to you. Now the third rule says if tag is negative, then we will have to use short form of helping verb plus not. And our fourth rule says the subject of statement will become subject of tag. I think it is clear to you. Now let's implement these rules in our example. For example, our first example is she is writing a letter. So according to rule number 1, the helping verb of statement will become helping verb of tag. Now the student, tell me, what is the helping verb in the statement? Yes, you are right. Our helping verb is. So we will use is here. It is clear to you. Now rule number 2 says if our statement is affirmative, then our tag will become negative. So we will use not here. But our third rule says if tag is negative, then we have to use short form of helping plus not. So we can't use is not. We have to use isn't. I think it is clear to you. We have to use isn't. And the fourth rule says our subject of statement will become subject of tag. So what is the subject here? Yes, it is she and question mark at the end. Now let's look at the second example. She is not writing a letter. In this example, is our helping verb. Now dear students, if you look this example clearly, it is negative sentence. So the is will remain is only. So we will write is and then will come she. So it will be is she. I think it is clear to you. Now let's move to the another example. He has done the homework. So in this example, has is our helping verb. Yes. And then our rule number second says if statement is affirmative, then we have to make negative. And if statement is negative, then we have to make it affirmative. I think it is clear to you. So this example, she has done the homework. This is the example of affirmative sentence. So we will have to make it negative. But according to third rule, we have to use short form of helping verb plus not. So it will become hasn't. And at last we have to use subject. So what is the subject? Yes, he is the subject, so it will become hasn't he. Now let's look at the fourth example. He has not done the homework. In this example also, has is our helping verb. But students, this is the example of negative sentence, so has will remain has only, and at the end of this statement we will use he as a subject and question mark at the end. Now, the fifth example, they have not gone there. So, in this example, have is our helping verb. So, we will write have as it is. And then, because it is negative sentence, so have will remain have only. And at the end of this tag, we will use they as a tag. Now, let's look at the last example. We were going there. So, in this example, tell me what is the helping verb? I think you are aware of the helping verb and main verb. Let's look at this example very carefully. In this example, we is our subject, going is our main verb. Yes, and were is our helping verb. So, according to our rule number 1, were become our helping verb of statement will become helping verb of tag. So, it will be were. Then we have to use, if affirmative, then we have to make negative tag. So it will become were not or weren't. Yes, it will become weren't. Weren't, and last we have to use weren't we. I think it is very much clear to you until now. It will become weren't. It will become weren't we. I think it is clear to you. As we are seeing in this example, in these examples, we are using short forms of helping verb plus not. So let's quickly revise the short forms. So tell me, what will be the short form of is plus not? Yes, it will be isn't. Now tell me, students, what will be the helping verb of are plus not? Yes, it will be aren't. Now, I am asking you, what will be the helping verb, short form of am plus not? Let's answer this question to me. I will answer fourth question, has plus not. What will be the answer? Yes, it will be hasn't. Have plus not will become haven't. What will become was plus not? It will become, yes, wasn't. Were plus not will become weren't. Had plus not become hadn't. Now, dear students, tell me, what will be the short form of will plus not? Is it willn't? No. Will plus not, short form will become want. So we will have to use want as a short form. In the next example, shall plus not. What will be the short form of shall plus not? It won't be shalln't. It will be shan't. You have to remember this thing. Short form of shall plus not will become shan't. And what will be the short form of can plus not? Yes, it is can't. And what will be the short form of am plus not? Yes, students, it will be aren't, not amn't, it will be aren't. You have to keep this thing in mind, that short form of am plus not is aren't. So you have to remember these three things very carefully. Am plus not is aren't, will plus not is won't, and shall plus not is shan't. I think it is very much clear to you. If it is clear to you, let's solve the example. The first question is, he will help me. Now I think it is very much easy for you to identify the helping verb in this example. So we can see our helping verb is will. And according to our rule, if our statement is affirmative, then our tag will be negative. So we will use will plus not. But you are very well aware of the fact that will not short form will become want. So we will write not willn't, we have to write want in place of this. We won't write willn't, we have to write want. And why we'll write want, I think it is clear to you. So we will use, okay, so our will plus not will become want, and we know that the subject of statement will become subject of tag, so it will be want he and question mark at the end of this tag. I think it is clear to you. Let's see another example. I shall help you. So shall will become helping verb, and because it is affirmative sentence it will become negative, but we are very much fact, we are aware that shall plus not become shan't, so it will be shan't I think it is clear to you. I am waiting for you. What will be the helping verb of am plus not? It will be aren't. So we have to use here aren't I. In the last example, I am not waiting for you. What is the helping verb here? Yes, our helping verb is am. And because it is negative sentence, so am will remain am only, and at the end of this tag we have to use subject. And what is our subject? Our subject is I. So it will our answer will be am I think it is very much clear to you. Now let's move further. So let's move to the fifth rule of the question tag. So our fifth rule says if there is no pronoun is used in the statement, no pronoun is used in the statement, and instead of pronoun, if a proper noun is used in the statement, at that time we will use pronoun as a tag, pronoun in the tag. I think you are aware of the proper noun and pronoun. Let me give you a brief. Pronoun are I, we, he, she, etc. These are examples of pronoun and a particular name of a person. For a person, place anything. For example, Rahul, Arpit. These are examples of proper noun. So if in our statement there is no pronoun given, but instead of pronoun, a proper noun is given, at that time we will use pronoun in the tag. For example, Anisha is writing a poem. So what is our helping verb? First we have to do, we write helping verb here. So it will become is. Yes. Now because it is affirmative sentence, it will become negative. So it will be isn't. And then at the last, because it is a proper noun, so we can't write proper noun in the tag. We have to use pronoun in the tag. So it will become isn't she. Yes. And at the second example, Ganesh was watching TV. In this example, was is our helping verb. So it will be was, and because it is affirmative sentence, it will become negative, wasn't. And instead of Ganesh, we will use he, because in the tag we use pronoun. So it will become wasn't he. Ayush and Ravi are childhood friends. So in this example, what is our helping verb? Yes, are is our helping verb. And because it affirmative sentence, it will become negative. So it will become aren't. What is aren't they? Why they? Because Ayush and Ravi makes plural subject. Let's look at the another example. All students have not submitted their assignments. So what is helping verb here? Yes, have is our helping verb. And all students, we can't write have all students. We have to use yes pronoun. So it will become have they. It won't become haven't. Why? Because not is already in the statement. It is negative sentence. So negative will become affirmative. Now let's move to the another example. Ria had not informed other about function. So what is helping verb here? Yes, had is our helping verb here. And now because it is negative sentence, so had will remain head only, and at place of subject we will use pronoun. So Ria's pronoun will be she. So it will be had she. I think this concept is very much clear to you. Now if it is clear to you, now let's move further. So our sixth rule says, what if there is no helping verb in the statement? Now students, I ask to you, is it possible a sentence without helping verb? Yes, it is very much possible, 100% possible that a statement comes without helping verb. So if a sentence is without helping verb, in that case, either the sentence is of present indefinite tense or of past indefinite tense. I repeat, if there is no helping verb in the statement, then then the sentence is either present indefinite or of past indefinite. If it is of present indefinite, then it will become, we will use helping do and does as a helping verb, and if it is of past indefinite, then we will use did as a helping verb. So I think you are aware of the past present indefinite structure. If not, let me explain to you in brief. What is the structure of present indefinite? It is subject plus v1 plus ses plus object. Now student, let's look at this structure. In this structure there is no helping verb used. So, and now let's look at the past indefinite. It will become subject plus v2 plus object. In this example also there is no helping verb used. So in these two type of structure we don't have any helping verb. So if there is no helping verb, then either it is of present indefinite or of past indefinite. I think it is very much clear to you. If it is clear to you, now let's solve the examples. Our first example is he goes to school daily. If you look at this statement very carefully, you will observe that there is no helping verb in the statement. And if it is not helping verb, then either it is of present indefinite or past indefinite. Now tell me, what is this sentence? What type of statement this is? This is the example of present indefinite, because in present indefinite we use v1 plus s es. Yes. Now the question comes, where we use do and where we use does. So I think you are aware we use does with third person singular and we do use with plural. I think it is clear to you. So we will use helping verb as does. Why does? Because he is our singular subject. So it will become does, and because it is affirmative sentence, it will become doesn't. Doesn't he? Now let's look at the another example. You told me a lie. This is the example of past indefinite tense, because v2 is used here. Yes. So the helping verb will become did. And because it is affirmative sentence, it will become negative. We know the X rule. So it will become didn't you. Third example, you like cookies. Now tell me, is it present indefinite or past indefinite? Yes, it is. This is the example of present indefinite. So we will use helping. Our subject will become you, and with you we know we use do. So it will become do, but as it is affirmative sentence, it will become negative. So we will use don't you. It will become don't you. Our last example, we missed our plane. We missed our plane. So what is this? Is the example of what? Present indefinite or past indefinite? Yes, it is the example of past indefinite. Why? Because this is v2. So it will become didn't, and at the end we will use subject v. So it will become didn't v. Now dear students, let's look at the seventh rule of our question take. So seventh rule says, if our statement begins with let's or let us, if our statement begins with let's or let us, then we will use shall we in the take. I think it is very easy. If statement is beginning with let's or let us, then we will use shall we. For example, let us study English. This statement is begins with let us, so we will use shall we and question mark at the end of this question. Whether the statement is affirmative or negative doesn't matter, we have to use shall we. Now let's look at the second example. Let's go for a movie. Let's go for a movie. Sentence is beginning with let's, so we will use shall we. Now let's move to the another rule. Our eighth number rule says, if there is no let us or let us, means our statement is not beginning with let's or let's, but it's beginning with another objective case. I think you are aware of the subjective case and objective case. If not, let me explain you in the brief. For example, we is subjective case and its objective case is us. I is subjective case and its objective case is me. He is objective case and its objective case is him. She is subjective case and its objective case is what? Yes, her. I think it is, you have studied this in passive, active and passive voice. For example, They is our subjective case and its objective case is them. So our rule number 8 says if it is not us and instead of us, other objective cases are used. For example, let me, let him, let her, let them. At that point of time, we will use tag will you. I think it is clear to you. If it is not let, if there is not let us, and if it is another objective case, and at this point of time we will use will you in the tag. For example, let me help you. Here me is the objective case, it is not us, so we will write will you. I think this is very easy concept. Now let's look at the another example. Let him do this. So in this example, him objective case is used. It is not us. So we will write what? We will write will you. Whether it is affirmative, negative, doesn't matter. We have to use will you if it is not starting with let us and other objective case with let. Now let's look at the ninth rule of question tag. Our ninth rule says there are certain words which are negative, which gives negative sense. For example, hardly, scarcely, barely, rarely, neither, seldom, little, few, none, nothing, nobody. These are negative in nature. So let's solve the examples, then we will get more idea about it. Barking dogs seldom bite. In this example, you see there is no helping verb, so this is either it will be present indefinite or of past indefinite, and this is an example of present indefinite. Why? Because bite v1 is used here. So we will write first our example helping verb. So our helping verb will be do. Why helping verb do? Because barking dog is plural, is giving plural sense, so it will be do. And because barking dogs is here, so we can't use barking dog, we will use do they. Yes, they will be here. Now dear student, if you look at this tag, we haven't used don't they. Why we haven't used don't they? Because seldom is already giving us negative sentence. Seldom is making this statement negative. If this statement is negative, we have to make it affirmative. Now let's look at the another example. It hardly rains here. In this example also there is no helping verb, so either it is of present indefinite or of past indefinite. So we will use, so if you look at this example, it is of present indefinite. Why present indefinite? Because rains is here. It is not V2 here. So it will be does it. We haven't used doesn't. Why we haven't used doesn't? Because here hardly makes this statement negative, so we will use does it only. See, hardly goes to school. Here we will use helping verb does. Why helping verb does we have used? Because this is the example of present indefinite. See, hardly goes to school, and hardly makes this negative sentence, so we won't write doesn't, it will does will remain does only, so we will write does see. Now our next example, he did little work. What is our helping verb? Did. Now dear students, tell me, it will be didn't or it will remain did only? Yes, it will remain did only. Why? Because little, we see little makes the statement negative, and that's why did will remain did only, so it will be did he. I think it is clear to you. Few students did the work. So in this statement, did is helping verb, and now few. Few makes the statement negative, so it will become did, and we won't write did few students. No, we have already seen a rule where we have seen that we use pronoun as a subject while making tag, so it will become did they. I think this is very much clear to you. This concept is extremely easy. Now let's move to another rule of question tag. Our next rule says if there is imperative sentence in the statement, then our tag will be will you. If the statement is imperative, then our tag will be imperative. So tell me, what is the imperative statement? Imperative sentence are those sentences where we see order, advice, request, and suggestion. Where order, advice, request, and suggestion used, these type of statement are called imperative sentence, and it generally begins with v1, do not, let. Generally begins with these words. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. If it is imperative sentence, then we will use will you as a tag. So our first example is shut the door. Now, if you look, it is beginning with V1, shut the door, and this is an example of imperative sentence. You are ordering someone. So we will use tag will you here. Now, our next example, don't open the window. It is beginning with don't, and we have seen it generally begins with don't. So don't open the window. You are telling someone, huh? You are ordering someone. So we will use will you here. Now, next, please wait a bit. You are requesting someone. So this is the example of imperative sentence. So it will become will you. Okay. Our next example, drink fresh water. You are advising someone. So we will use will you as a tag. Okay. So our next example is drink fresh water. You are advising someone. So this is the example of imperative sentence. And our rule says if there is imperative sentence in the statement, we use will you as a tag. So this will become drink fresh water. Will you? Our next example is don't make a noise. You are ordering someone. Don't make a noise. So this is the example of imperative sentence. And if there is imperative sentence, we use will you as a tag. So it will become will you. Now, dear students, let's move to the another rule of question tag. Our another rule of question tag says if our statement is beginning with this or that, then we will use it in the tag. If our sentence is beginning with these and those, we will use they as a tag. If our statement is beginning with there, then it will remain there only. Now let's implement this rule in the example, then it will be very easy for you to understand. Now our first example is this is mine. Now tell me what is the helping verb? Finding helping verb is very much easy, dear students. So our helping verb is. Now because this is affirmative sentence, it will become negative. So we will write is not or isn't. Yes, we will use isn't. And this will become it. Why? Because our rule says this. That was a good book. So our helping verb is was, and this will become negative. So it will be wasn't, and because instead of that, we will use it. Our next rule says these books are not mine. These books are not mine. What is the helping verb here? Yes, are is our helping verb. And because this is already affirmative, already a negative sentence, so are will remain are only. Yes, here not is used. So it is negative sentence. So are will remain are only. So it will become are they. Yes, it will become are they because these is converted into they. Next rule, these are good examples. So are we will use are here, and because it is affirmative, it will become negative. So it will be aren't, and instead of these, we will use they. Now let's look at the last example. There is beauty in it. There is beauty in it. So what is our helping verb here? Yes, is our helping verb here. And because this is affirmative sentence, we will make it negative and we will write isn't. And there it is used, and the statement is beginning with there. So it there remains there only. So we will write isn't there. I think it is very much clear to you. If it is, now let's move further. Now, dear students, let's look at the very important rule of question tag. Our next rule says if has, have, and had is used as a main verb in the statement, then we will use do, does, and did as a helping verb. To understand this concept very well, now let's look at the verb chart first. Let's understand verb first. So we can divide the verbs into two parts, helping verb and main verb. Yes, we divide the verb into two parts, helping verb and main verb. We can further divide helping verb into two categories. First is primary helping verb and second is modals helping verb. How many modals are there in our English language? Yes, there are total 13 modal verbs in our English language. What are these helping verbs? Can, could, may, might, will, shall, should, would, need, must, dare, used to, and ought to will be here. Ought to. So these are examples of modals helping verb, and we can also divide primary helping verb into three categories. Be, first is our be. Be includes is, am, are, was, were, be, been, being. Next is have. It includes has, have, had, and do. It include do, does, did. What is transitive verb? Intransitive verb we will see in other day in next video, but now we have to understand the verb can be divided into two categories. First is helping verb and another is main verb. I think you are aware difference between both of them, what is main verb and what is helping verb. So now let's understand a very good concept, and the concept says, now I advise you to note down this point, not even a single statement can be made without a main verb. So it is not possible to make a statement without a main verb. Now let's look at this example. He writes poem. So in this example, write is our main verb. So main verb is used here. Now let's look at the another example. They played football. So played is used as a main verb here. If you look at another example, I am going to Mumbai. So in this example, going is our main verb and aim is our helping verb. Yes, dear students, going is our main verb and is our helping verb. In this another example, he is going to Dubai. In this example, going is our main verb and is used as a helping verb. In the next example, they have gone to Delhi. In this example, gone is our main verb and have is used as a helping verb. So a sentence is not possible without main verb. We have seen this example. Now let's look at the another example. For example, I am a teacher. Now you will say, in this example there is no main verb, then how is this sentence made? But dear student, we have to remember one thing very clearly. If a main verb is not used in a sentence, then helping verb works as a main verb. What I'm saying to you, if there is no main verb in the sentence, then our helping verb becomes main verb. So in this example, I am a teacher, am is working as a main verb. It is not working as a helping verb here. It is working as a main verb here. In the next example, she was a singer. In this example, was is not working as a helping verb here. It is working as a, yes, main verb here. Why? Because our rule says not even a single sentence possible without main verb. मेन वर्ब के बिना कोई सेंटेंस पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. अगर मेन वर्ब का यूज सेंटेंस में ना किया गया हो, तब हेल्पिंग वर्ब मेन वर्ब का क्या करता है, काम करता है. Our next example, he has a beautiful car. Here also there is no main verb in the sentence, so here has is working as a main verb. Yes, dear students. Now if you look at here, he's a good man. In this example, is working. In this example, he's a good man. In this example, is our working as a helping verb. Sorry, this is working as a main verb. Why main verb? Because there is no another main verb in the sentence. Our next example, he is learning English. In this example, learning is our main verb and is our helping verb. I think the concept is very much clear to you. I am repeating again, not even a single sentence is possible without a main verb. And if there is no main verb, then helping verb works as a main verb. He does his homework daily. In this example, our does is used as a main verb. Why main verb? Because there is no another main verb here. He does not come to classes regularly. In this example, come is our main verb, so does will definitely work as a helping verb. I think this concept is clear to you. If it is clear to you, we can understand our rule number 12 very well. So our rule number 12 says, if has, have and had is used as a main verb, then we will use do, does and did as a helping verb in the tag. For has, have, we will use do, does, and for had we will use did as a helping verb. So she has a beautiful car. If you look at this example, there is no main verb used in the additional main verb is used in this example. So our has will used as a main verb. So if it is has, we can't write hasn't. We can't write hasn't. We have to write either do or does. So what will be used here? Do or does? Yes, it will be do. It will be does. Sorry, does, and it will become, because it is affirmative, our statement will, our tag will become negative. So it will be doesn't see. So our next example is you have a taxi. So here have is working as a main verb. Yes, so we'll use either do or does. So it will be do, and because it is affirmative sentence, we have to make it negative. So it will be don't, and we have to use subject you. So it will be don't you. Next example, I had a house. So for had we use did. So it will be did, and because it is affirmative, we have to make it, yes, negative. So it will be didn't I. Next example, the girl has brown hair. So in this example, has is working as a main verb. So we'll use either do or does. Because this is singular, so we will use does. So it will be does. And because this is affirmative, we have to make it negative. So it will be doesn't. Doesn't the girl? No. We have seen already, we have to use pronoun. So it will be doesn't see. Our next example, we had a very good time. So in this example, had is working as a main verb. So we'll write did as a, we will use did as a helping verb. So it will be did, and it will become negative, didn't we. I think this concept is clear to you. If it is clear to you, now dear students, let's solve some practice question to make this concept very much clear to you. So our first example is he is collecting stickers. What is helping verb here? Yes, is our helping verb, and because it is affirmative sentence, we have to make it negative. So it will become isn't he. Second example, we often watch TV in the evening. Now dear students, there is no helping verb used in this sentence. So either it is of present indefinite or of past indefinite. Yes, so if you look at this example, we have not, we often watch TV. So watch is our v1, so it is present of present indefinite. If it is present indefinite, then we will use either do or does as a helping verb, and because we is subject, we will use do, and because this is affirmative sentence, we will make it negative. It will become don't we. Our third example, you have cleaned the room. What is helping verb here? Have. So it will become have, and as it is affirmative, it will become negative. So it will become haven't you. Our next example, Rahul and Nitin don't like maths. Rahul and Nitin don't like maths. What is helping verb here? Do. Yes. And it is already negative, so do will remain do only, and for Rahul and Nitin we will use they as a pronoun. So what will become? Do they. Our next example, Rohan played handball yesterday. If you look at this example, you will see that there is no helping verb in this example. So either it is of present indefinite or of past indefinite. And if you look at this example, you will realize V2 is used here. So it is of past indefinite. If it is past indefinite, we will use did as a helping verb. So it will become did, and because it is affirmative, it will become negative. So it will be didn't he. Now let's look at the another example. We have used here. Why? Because we can't use proper noun. We have seen already. Mansi didn't do her homework last Tuesday. In this example, what is helping verb? Yes, did is our helping verb, and as it is already in the negative sentence, the did will remain did only, and instead of Mansi, we will write C, because we have already seen this rule. I think it is clear to you. Now let's move further. I am very clever. So I've already explained to you what is helping verb here. Am. Am is our helping verb, and because this affirmative sentence, we have to make it negative, and its negative will become aren't. Yes, so it will be aren't and subject will come aren't I. Kunal will come tonight. So what is helping verb here? Will. Will is our helping verb here, and will plus not will become want. I think it is clear to you. Will plus not become want. We have already seen this. So we will write here want. So we will write want Kunal. No, we will use want he. This will be aren't I. Our next example, we had a nice weekend. So what will be our helping verb here? We had a nice weekend. Now, dear student, let's look at the example very carefully. Here, had is working as a main verb. So we can't write hadn't. We will write did. We will use did as a helping verb. Why? Because we have seen if helping verb is working as a main verb, in the past, if and had is given, then we use did. So it will become didn't, and we will write we at the end. Didn't we? See, has a brother here. Has is working as a main verb, so it will be doesn't see. Let's go. It is starting with let's, and we have already seen if the statement is beginning with let's or let us, we use shall we in the text. So it will be shall we. Don't make a noise. This is the example of imperative sentence, and in the imperative sentence we use tag as a will you. Yes, will you. See, will never know. What is the helping verb here? Will. And never is already a negative sentence, negative word, so this makes this sentence negative. So she will never know, it will become will see. We won't write want. Why? Because negative never is used here, and this makes the sentence negative. Let them go there. What will become here? What will be the question tag here? Them. Let with them. Let, if let us is used with let, we will write shall we. And if it is another objective case, then we will write will you. Yes. Yes, it will be will you. There are some oranges left. There are some oranges left. What is the helping verb here? Yes, our helping verb is are. And as it is affirmative sentence, we have to make it negative. So it will be aren't there. Yes, because there remains there only. We have seen already that there remains there only. So it will be aren't there. Dear students, I hope this concept is very much clear to you. You have learned this topic very well. We have discussed all the rules of question take. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson and this class very much. I request you to take the notes of this class and practice more and more question. So dear students, by this we have come to the end of this video. I hope all the rules of question tag is very much clear to you. Now I advise you to take notes of this video and practice more and more questions to score good marks in your examination. I hope you have enjoyed this class. Let's meet in another class with another topic of English grammar. Till then, bye bye.